Hi there and welcome. Today I'm going to speak to you about a part of the wedding ceremony called the giving away. No freebies, it's the giving away of the bride. Now this ritual has a long history. In Roman times it was the custom for the young woman to be under the authority and protection of the person who was seen as the head of the household, usually her father or her older brother. And when she married, this responsibility passed to her husband. Seriously, this is the origin of the giving away ceremony. Now, obviously today's young women especially hardly see themselves as a chattel to be given away or bartered with, but couples still choose to include this ancient custom, albeit with quite a different and new cultural meaning. It can still be a really lovely way to acknowledge that special relationship between a father and his daughter. And so the first option is that the dads can do the giving away. The dads love it, and let's face it, it does give them something to do on the day. But seriously, it is one of the most poignant moments of the ceremony. Now, not all families are as they were back then, so often it can be the mum who is given the honour of performing this particular ritual. And some brides choose to have both their mum and their dad give them away. And this is a really lovely idea as well, because let's face it, often they've both had an equal responsibility in bringing up their child. But one thing I would counsel about this is just to make sure that the venue that you are having your ceremony in has an aisle that's wide enough for all three of you to walk down comfortably. It's can look quite awkward if it's not, but and if this is the case, we can address this at the rehearsal and make it much more effective for the families. Sometimes there is no mum and dad because the couple are older, and so it makes more sense for the children to be involved in giving their blessing on the marriage. And so in that case, the kids can do the giving away, which is a lot of fun. Doesn't mean that the dads can't be involved. They're not mutually exclusive. Dads can still be involved in this scenario. A really fun one, probably one of my favourites, is that everyone can give them away. And this is, we would ask everybody for their support of the couple, etc., and then get them to make a pledge to enjoy themselves, eat, drink and be merry, and, drink up because it's the groom's shout, and, it might be a while before he puts his hand in his pocket again for a while. And anyway, his mates love it, and that's a really fun time, and so everyone gives them away. Another option is that no one gives them away. So the bride can still be walked down the aisle by a support person if she wishes, and they can just shake the groom's hand at the end and give the bride a kiss and go and sit down with no actual formal giving the hand in marriage of the bride to the groom. And another way is like my niece did, and that is to have no one to walk down on her own. I am woman, hear me roar. And it's a great moment of empowerment for some young women and makes a real statement. And of course, let's not forget the groom. He can have his own moment in the sun. He can come down with his band of merry men, and this is a really awesome moment as well, because most grooms who opt for this aren't exactly shy, so they can absolutely own the moment. Probably the last one I can think of is that they walk in together as a team. Here we are, we know what we're doing, we don't need anybody to give us any support or whatever. We have made up our minds and we're here together as a team. And another popular one for an informal wedding is that we don't really have a processional at all. Bride and groom just say, stuff it, here we are, we're ready to go, let's get this show on the road. There's probably quite a few others that I haven't covered, but you get the gist that there are no end of options that you can have, and there are no rules other than the legal part of the ceremony. Everything else is open to you and your imagination, and for you to put your own personal footprint on the ceremony. So I hope this has demystified some of the things around the giving away and made you realise that it's not just an archaic ritual, that can be brought into the 21st century, and you can make it your own. If you've got any questions, please ask away. Go through any of my social media channels or go onto my website and contact me via that medium as well. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.